what? What do you want?
You there? Please. You must help me. Please, anyone. The Countess needs help.
Now!
Stood up!
You up for helping out a fellow adventurer?
Some days it seems there are more boats coming and going than drops of water in the sea. We have boats to and from Sentinel daily. For a modest fee, you should have no trouble finding a crew to sail you across Iliac Bay.
I've had about enough of you.
If you remain, it will cost you dearly.
This is not good. Whoa, where in oblivion did you come from? The boat? Did you just dodge past all those walking dead? If you told me you killed a few of them, I wouldn't blame you. I might even thank you. Anything would help right now. What would you have me do, stranger? You realize our people and my guards are very superstitious about this kind of thing. They will not fight the undead. I must confess, I'm at something of a loss here. If there is, I certainly do not know them. But we must make sure King Faharajad is aware of the situation. With this chaos, I cannot leave my post. I wonder, would you be willing to deliver this news to the palace? Thank you, Seafarer. It is better if I remain here to supervise as best I can. But I know the king would want to be informed of what has befallen us as soon as possible. The dead are sacred. It is what the people of Alik'r have always believed and always will. Just as we respect our elders, so do we respect our ancestors. It would be dishonorable to strike them, and might even cause one to be cursed. These dark arts are not practiced by our people, but yes, we have experienced the plague of necromancy in the past. Fighting these plagues has always required great sacrifice. Those who have fought the dead have been dishonored, cast out. Most people here deem them to be sacred law, not superstition. Even King Faharajad must respect our customs. If he were to ask his people to disrespect their ancestors, his rule would swiftly come to an end.
With all respect, Your Majesty, this proves our suspicions were well-founded. You should have heeded my father's warning.
It is not the place of the dishonored to correct a king, Ashaba. You are dismissed.
I meant no disrespect, Your Majesty, only that you know where to find us. I will take my leave.
Welcome to Sentinel, Wayfarer. If you've come about the docks, rest assured I already know. I regret that you visit during such times. But perhaps your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps the gods guided you here to help us fight the Withered Hand. Necromancers, practitioners of the most vile magic, and the bane of the Alik'r desert. It has been many years since we faced such a threat. I hope the rumors about this group, the Withered Hand, were untrue. But today's events prove otherwise. Several years ago, a diabolical necromancer named Satura led an army of undead against me. Satura was defeated, but the rumors suggest his sons have returned for revenge. They are calling themselves the Withered Hand. Undoubtedly. But I suspect the attack at the docks is merely a feint. Though cleaning up that mess should remain our first priority, I suspect the Withered Hand is planning something even worse. That is the challenge I now face. The people of the Alik'r desert, even those in Sentinel, are superstitious. They believe that striking the dead carries a terrible curse. For them, it is an act of dishonor. That is why I need you, Wayfarer. Then your visit is fortuitous indeed. My own son, Prince Azar, has been investigating the rumors about the Withered Hand. He is a bright young man, but he needs help. First, though, I would ask you to inform General Thoda of what has befallen. Yes, that is likely. General Thoda is my chief military advisor. He is also a practical man who places security above superstition. He is resting at his home after returning from Alik'r, but I need his counsel on how to proceed. General Thoda is a trusted advisor and a good friend. He has heard the rumors about the Withered Hand, and he can help us. Tell no one else, though. People remember Satura, and hearing his sons have returned could cause a panic. Yes. The greatest threat the Alik'r faced from the undead was in the First Era, when the Yokudan rulers were still establishing a foothold here. That was when the Ansei wards were created. They are our greatest hope, for no matter how great a threat the Withered Hand may pose, they cannot even compare to the necromancers of the First Era. The wards contain the spirits of 3 Ansei heroes who sacrificed themselves to protect us. They uphold the covenant with the divines. As long as we consecrate the dead in the name of Tu'whacca, they cannot be raised by even the most powerful necromancy. Thus, the Withered Hand can only raise corpses that have not been consecrated. It is not an ancient Yokudan custom, but a tradition that developed in the desert. Human remains decay slowly here, and our people came to believe their ancestors' corpses were sacred. To harm one would draw the ancestors' curse. Of course. You see, the culture of the Alik'r evolved around this ideal. Many of us today realize that exceptions must be made. But in my position, to ask my soldiers to strike down the dead would cause an outcry, and possibly lead to rebellion. It's quite a tale, and I cannot do it justice now. But the battle against Satura was the most difficult of my life, both in military and political terms. It was the Ashaba who saved us. They had the thankless task of fighting the undead. The Ashaba. Where do I begin? They walk among us, but only in shadows. People believe they are cursed. They are dishonored warriors, bound by the sacred oath of their forefathers. They must fight the dead when called upon to do so. I have not called on them. I've even disregarded their warnings. You must understand. The common people despise them. To call on them again might cost me the crown. That is why I must rely on you, Wayfarer.
From Alik'r. You roughed up so many of my bravos. Tamriel is a small place, after all. I just returned from Alik'r myself, back in my chair, drinking my wine with my wife. Wait. Please tell me you're not here to disturb me. No! You realize what this means. Not one moment of relaxation, not one. And damn it. I thought this talk about the Withered Hand was just rumor. Are you sure this is true? The Sentinel docks? The nerve. But it sounds like something those motherless dogs would do. I tell you, Uwafa and Alasan might just be more dangerous than their father. Uwafa and Alasan are the sons of that old bastard Satura. They're calling themselves the Withered Hand as a fear tactic. I knew them when they were boys. They're the same age as Prince Azar. Speaking of whom, we should inform him as well. Exactly. He knows more about this business than I do. That's for sure. If you'll go round up the prince, I'll have to find some way to explain to my wife why I'm leaving again. Then we can all meet at the palace. My guess is that he's with the girls at his seraglio by the north wall. I know what you're thinking. But it's not because the prince is some kind of ladies' man. The girls help him gather information. Perhaps he'll already know what's happened. My hope is that Prince Azar might have a lead on where Uwafa and Alasan have set up their headquarters, or better yet, what they're planning next. Regardless, these are things we should discuss at the palace. We all do. Satura was one of the king's viziers, kept his little hobby a secret. Then one day the king came to meet his viziers and found them all dead. The real surprise was when Satura ordered their corpses to attack. That's how it started. I tried to train them in swordplay. Wafa and Alasan along with Prince Azar. Those two had no interest, though. I would always catch them torturing insects and animals. The prince, he hated them. They hated him right back.
Anything you can give.
I should have tried to stop them. I'm sorry. So sorry. What have I done? It was a nightmare. These savage men burst into the Seraglio. They struck down the guards and even sweet little Rohiba. And then they took the prince. Please, would you go after them? You have to. No, yet another way in which I failed. I should have followed them out into the street. I'm such a fool. Maybe someone else out there saw them. Maybe they can tell you which way those men took the prince.
Someone help! They took him! I saw them running. They went west!
That way. They went that way.
They took the prince down the path.
I saw them. They went north, toward the cliffs. A guard chased them.
I tried, but they got me with their evil magic. They took the prince. Down there. I think it leads out of the city. Please, go stop them.
Recognize you, but under the circumstances, I'm certainly glad to make your acquaintance. You will be well rewarded for assisting me. I can promise that much. Ah, so you do know who I am then? Did my father put you up to this? Is he keeping tabs on me? Well, I you shouldn't be so accusatory. If he was tracking me, then I guess that turned out to be extremely fortunate. I don't wish to seem ungrateful. Well, this is embarrassing.